What are some deeply unsettling facts? Rabies. Once you have symptoms, you're dead and it's a horrible way to die. Symptoms can take up to a year to show up. Pedro Lopez was one of the most prolific serial killers in recent years and claims to have murdered over 350 women and girls. After his release in 1998, the authorities lost track of him and don't know what he did next or what happened to him. https://n.m.wikipedia.org Wikipedro LC3B3 serial killer. In 2019, there was a document about internet predators. The filmmakers hired 3 young-looking actresses and let them pose as 12-year-old girls on social media for 10 days. They received 2,458 messages. Only one of them actually wanted to chat, the rest were sexual predators. The world's youngest mother on record was only 5 years old. The youngest father was 11. The leading cause of death for pregnant women is homicide. There's a species of jellyfish that can literally live forever. Like, what kind of cheat code is that? Imagine if we had that ability. The 90s is approaching the 30-year mark. Operation Northwoods was a proposed false flag operation that originated within the U.S. Department of Defense of the United States government in 1962. The proposals called for CIA operatives to both stage and commit acts of terrorism against American military and civilian targets, blame them on the Cuban government, and use them to justify a war against Cuba. The possibilities detailed in the document included the remote control of civilian aircraft, which would be secretly repainted as U.S. Air Force planes, to a fabricated shoot-down of a U.S. Air Force fighter aircraft off the coast of Cuba, the possible assassination of Cuban immigrants, sinking boats of Cuban refugees on the high seas, 3 blowing up a U.S. ship, and orchestrating terrorism in U.S. cities. 2 https://n.m.wikipedia.org Wiki Operation Northwoods. The average person walks by 16 murderers in a lifetime. At any given time, the Earth could be hit by a gamma-ray burst powerful enough to blow the atmosphere away and essentially fry everything in seconds, or at least flood the Earth with deadly radiation. And there would be pretty much no warning as it travels at light speed. It's thought that an event like this may have caused the Ordovician mass extinction 440 million years ago. The largest black hole ever found, Phoenix, a star, is around 100 billion solar masses, or about the mass of our entire galaxy. The event horizon is nearly 600 billion km wide, about 100x the distance from the Sun to Pluto. If such a monster took the place of Alpha Centauri, which is 4.3 light-years away, it would appear a little larger than the moon in our sky. Some people who have seizures actually don't just black out, they know they are having a seizure. Planet 9 might not be a planet, but a primordial black hole the size of a small coin. 1. There are more synapses in your brain than stars in the Milky Way, yet it takes just a small imbalance to completely change how you think or feel. 2. If the sun suddenly went out, you wouldn't know for 8 minutes, then it's darkness forever. 3. You've likely walked past multiple people in your life who are murderers, statistically speaking. 4. You shed about 40,000 dead skin cells every minute. Basically, you're constantly leaving a little bit of yourself everywhere. 5. Some tumors can grow teeth and hair. Yeah, that's real. Sleep well. Most people will be totally forgotten within 100 years of their death. Statistically speaking, the odds of you dying by having a turtle drop on your head are low, but never zero. Roof rabbit is a nickname given to cat. During times of siege and/or immense famine, people would eat anything, and that included cats. The name is an attempt to make it both slightly more palatable to those who know and avoid outrage arrest by people who don't. Long pig is the nickname for human. I don't know the name for dog, and I'd really rather not. In the grand timeline of the universe, we're still basically at the beginning. By the time the last star dies, the universe will still, technically, be young. This means there will likely be unfathomable amounts of time where the universe will consist of little more than black holes, black dwarfs, and void. You exist as a member of a chain of beings having sex that has been unbroken dating back to the very dawn of sex. Millions upon millions of years of non-stop fucking eventually lead to you. North Korea's population faces severe human rights abuses, restricted freedoms, widespread poverty, limited access to information, forced labor camps, food scarcity, nuclear threats, pervasive surveillance, arbitrary detentions, and brutal punishments. MKUltra is not a conspiracy theory. It is a legit project done by the CIA, documented on their website https. People can legit be manipulated through media, and this is not something to take lightly. There are cases where mind manipulation programs were successful in making people commit acts and not remember them. Be careful what you watch. They know how to push your hot buttons and play with your mind. Hence, the Mandela effect. When burning alive, you will feel your eyes explode and get fried. In the absence of humanity, octopuses are likely to be the next dominant species. They have 9 brains and 3 hearts. They have been observed using tools and building their own dwellings. They have 50,000 genes compared to humans having 25,000. They can split open their DNA to edit the RNA strands.